So today I've come for a little wander around Hodge Close. Hodge Close is, I'm not quite sure what it is really. It's an old slate quarry that's kind of filled. Last time I was up here was a number of years ago. It's been a few years since I've visited this area, even though I only live probably 30 minutes away. I also remember the water being much bluer. Maybe it's because it's a cloudy day and the sun's not shining. And I also remember, I always thought it was a lot bigger, but obviously not. Just a few miles outside Coniston, you can drive your car right up. There's plenty of parking, although it's quite busy today, being a week after Christmas. Everyone's out and about. But really well worth a visit if you just want to stretch your legs and see something a little bit different. There is a little cave down there. I can hear people down there and in there, so I'm going to just have a little wander and see if it's easy to get to. Obviously I'm not going to scramble and clamber down, but if I can get there easily, I've got to go and have a look. So as we approach the new year, I am looking at posting some videos of accessible walks, for flat-ish walks for people like me who've been fit and mind's willing but the body isn't. Just to show that there are places, even in the Lake District, where you can come see these amazing views but not have to hike up the highest mountains to see them. This is a walk around Hodge Close. There's a fairly well defined pathway, not too slippy underfoot, nothing too steep. It looks like a really good scramble to the bottom of that little quarry hole. It's not one I'm going to do while I'm here on my own. I will be bringing company back so I can go down there. Doesn't look difficult, but one slip and you become a bit of a fool, so I'm not going to do that, but definitely one for another day. So from Hodge Close, this little pathway, the signpost says just over a mile, takes us to Cathedral Caves. Again, quite an accessible pathway, fairly flat, and if you, like me, pretty unfit, but coming from a place where you used to have fitness, that's my problem. You know, I've always been fit and healthy. I'm still reasonably fit and healthy, but if I want to start climbing mountains like that and like that, which is the plan for this summer, I do have to get my body ready for it. And that's why I'm on the hunt for reasonably flat walks, but walks that are interesting. I could go to Manchester and walk around the town centre for 3 hours and put 4 or 5 miles in, I'm sure. It's not pleasurable though, is it? This is quite spectacular. I've seen lots of people walking on their own, so being out on your own is not really a barrier. Some people actually like the peace and the quiet. I certainly belong to walking groups in the past. And there's one that we sometimes talk of resurrecting, which is nice. It's a nice one. It's just a group of people getting together to have a chat. We can go to the pub for that. I don't want to go walking and listening to who was doing what last weekend and she said, he said, they said, and that's not for me. I want to take in what's around me and just enjoy the peace and the quiet. You know, it is so quiet here. And anybody can do it. Admittedly, you probably need a car to get to Hodge Close, although the bus does just pass by the bottom of the road, so it's not impossible. But a car does make things easier, I'm sure.